Do you ever find yourself working on a project and fixing it and tweaking it and changing it just a little bit and never ever really finding the finish line to your project? It never seems quite good enough. You might be stuck in the muck of perfectionism. We may think that wanting everything to be just perfect is a good thing. And while what is a good thing is that you always want to do your very best. But actually, perfectionism, this need for everything to be perfect, can be oppressive. That means it keeps you down. It keeps you stuck in the muck of wanting to be perfect. Being stuck in the muck of perfectionism, it can keep you from wanting to take risks, trying new things. So for example, maybe you don't want to raise your hand in class because you're afraid you have the wrong answer. Maybe perfectionism could even be so severe that it gives you a stomach ache or a headache. So when perfectionism is giving you physical symptoms or it's taking away your happiness or your joy of a project and something that you've worked on really hard and you're unable to celebrate the work you've done, you might want to try a few of these strategies. Number one, remember you are your own worst critic. That means you see every little detail of your work and you are critical of every detail. Other people may not be so focused. Usually they're not. They're more zoomed out and they see the big picture of the work you've done. They're not going to be as hard on you as you are on yourself. If you find that perfectionism is holding you back from taking safe risks, like learning a new sport or learning a new language or raising your hand in class. Remember, no one starts out at the expert level. Even the people who are the best at what they do, playing the piano, playing a sport, speaking a new language, they didn't start out being the best. They had to start out at the beginning too, and they make lots and lots of mistakes. That's how we learn. Think of a baby learning to walk. We all started out crawling, and when we first started walking, we fell a lot. But they get up and they keep going, and eventually they become perfect walkers. But it doesn't start out going so smoothly. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. That's how you learn, that's how you grow. Book recommendations for perfectionism. Our first book recommendation is Petunia the Perfectionist by Marissa Bader. Read this book and see how once Petunia makes a mistake, she even inspires herself and those around her. The second recommendation is The Girl Who Never Made Mistakes by Pett and Gary Rubinstein. Well, she never made a mistake until she did.